Dombeasters, welcome back again. As you see, I'm playing basically a graphic novel, or more specifically a interactive graphic novel. So basically a visual novel, but I don't know. It's hard to explain because this guy actually caught my eye mainly because of the art style. When I saw the cover with her on there, I was like kind of like enchanted by it, basically, in a way, because it looked really cool. So I took a look at it, and from what I read and from some of the trailers I saw, it looks very interesting. Now, Seers is basically a, again, interactive visual novel, or graphic novel, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and my choices does matter in this one. Actually, it says automatically, and I can't go back to my choices. So basically, you know, what happens happens. Like, there's no way to lose in this one. So there most likely won't be a workout punishment for this one, because it says like you don't technically lose. Also, just give you guys a heads up too, if you guys don't hear any noises right now, there's like music and someone's singing right now. I hear it, you guys don't. I only have the music sound off right now at the moment, probably just in case for copyright reasons. But if the rest of the game has like this type of music going on, I might have to actually do without any music, or something. At least put my own music in it, just to give you guys a heads up. But anyhow, let's get started, because I'm very curious about this. Now, this also takes place more of a medieval setting too, and stuff. But Still, I was an interactive graphic novel. During your adventure, you will be asked to make choices that will define how your story progresses. When one of the decisions influence the relationship between the protagonist and the other characters, one or two symbols light up on the top of the screen. I actually did the tutorial for a little bit, but I'll go through this again with you guys. The eye, the hand, the man, the deer. I don't know why I did that voice from the deer, but okay. Hey, it's your eye. The progress is saved automatically. You won't be able to change the decision you made. However, the sum of your choices always leads to different scenarios, impossible to lose in Seers Isles. Alright, choose wisely. I'm very curious about this one, actually, because it looked really interesting. It really did. And I actually looked at the developers and stuff like that, and they actually have a few novel games too. I'm playing this on the Switch, more specifically, I should let you guys know. But yeah, they actually have a few others. So depending on how well I like this one, I might actually do the others too. So I hope you guys might look forward to that. And another thing, real quick, is I don't know how long these episodes will be. Okay, so just give you guys heads up too about that as well. It might be really long, really short. I don't know. It probably depends on how I want to do this. Oh, I forgot to bleep. Sorry. Alright. Time no longer exists. Disembodied solitude was my punishment. This was the Seers had decided. I saw the Healthland coat itself in purple flowers. The grass yellow at Letha? I think I said it correctly or wrong. The leaves of 100 years oak remnants and falling to cover the mossy undergrowth of the orange-brown moss. The first snow of Ulil. Not a living soul. I forgot who I was. Then they arrive. Chapter 1. Okay, so there's like I see the chapters on the side actually real quick. There's like at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm assuming there's only 7 chapters maybe. So depending on how long it takes, either it's gonna be like a part 1, part 2 for each chapters, or like maybe like chapter to chapter of episodes. Just again, give you guys a heads up. Cliffs. Oh, they look Viking-y. Alright. Duncan, okay. Alright, but near the beach. There do we see it. Elaine? I don't know how to say that. Alright, there's an undercurrent. If we put in head on, we won't have time to maneuver to avoid the reef. Maneuver. Sorry, my bad. I see it, but if we keep the sail full, the sea breeze should be fine, right? Huh? We're losing speed. If we don't do something, we'll drift towards the cliff before we reach the shore. Kano, alright. Listen, I don't want to be a killjoy, but have you seen those big black clouds? Kano looks towards the island that obviously concerned. Alright, the rains began to fall. This storm doesn't feel natural, Eric. They turn to look at Alea? I'm not how to say that name. Looking again. You're the sailor. What do we do? Well, I'm not sure. Whatever we do will risk foundering on a reef or getting swept out to sea. If there's a conclusion, sorry, I'm not sure the boat can take it. Collision. Sorry, I'm so bad right now. Sorry. It would be disastrous. The rain pours down and thunder rumbles. Okay. So my choices are right now, they reduce the sails or they force practice. Well, I reduce the sails, I think I go into the reefs. If I don't, I get dressed in the sea. So either way, something bad's gonna happen. I think I'd rather go to the reef, because I think at least we'll be on land. So reduce the sails. My gears go up. My deal light up, actually. Connor is sitting at the bottom of the boat, clinching to the rail. The sea begins more and more turbulent. Losing no time, Ducking pulls a rope to trim the sails. The agile skiff slows bit by bit. Everyone hold their breaths. A few yards from the beach, the boat abruptly listens, starboard, and picks up speed, drowning dangerously away from the shore. We're not going to make it. Get the oars out. Everyone works to fight against the current, but the ocean refuses to be mastered, and the boat continues to drift. I think I picked the wrong one. It hits a sharp outcrop before a wave pushes it in the other direction and carries them towards the beach. Without hesitation, Eric leaps onto the water and pulls the boat before it can be caught by the backlash. Connor sees something out on the corner of his eye. Brandon is overboard. Far away, a silhouette is struggling against the current. Ducking is ready to jump into the water, but Aya can still take the lead. Oh, I'm gonna go with Duncan. But wait, she's a sailor though, so she has more experience in the water, especially probably dealing with people getting cast aside. I'm gonna go with Lelia. Lelia strips off everything that can slow it down, and throws herself into the water. In the wind and rain, the two silhouettes can barely be seen in the turmoil. Generally say it's Brandon. He must have fallen overboard when he hits the reef. Several times the simmering disappears behind a wave, and Ducking has the time to wonder if she has drowned before she repels. Are we good? Alright, finally Mia reaches Brandon and turns to make her way towards the shore. As soon as she is close enough to the beach, Duck and Eric ran to help her carry Brandon out of the water. The two carry them highly up to the beach, out of the reach of the wave, and lay him gently on the sand. Brandon is unconscious. Genevieve, I think, kneels by the carpenter, head concerned. He's unconscious, but he's breathing. She rummaged in her bag and pulls out a small brown glass vial. Is that a potion? Lifting his head with one hand, her weight waves the vial under his nostrils with the other. Oh, it's something like... Yeah, okay, there you go. Brandon's eyes smash open and he sputtered and choked. Genevieve helped him turn over. When he is on all fours, he vomits out quantities of salt water. She turns to the group. His life isn't in danger. However, his legs are wounded. Right? He has a bandage. I have to bandage it straight away. His breeches are torn, and he has an ugly gash across his right shin. That's Freya. We should make a fire to warm him up. Good idea. Besides, let us soak into the skin. Oh, I'm used to it. I'll go and collect some wood. I don't plan to stay in these wet clothes. Yes, that's the best way to catch a cat fever. Damn! Look at him all tied up. Look at those tattoos. Has spike like things too on his wrist guards. That's cool. He's a badass. So he's Eric then, so we just know what Eric looks like. I see. If I can find a way inland. Hey, the driving rain have lightened to a fade drizzle, as if a shear had willowed the storm for their arrival. The beach is ladling with wrecks, old and less old, and the surrounding by a high pilestone cliff. Freya gets up to catch Eric and catch up to Eric, up to catch Eric's eye, while they progress to go seeking wood for the fire. Ooh. I'm gonna go with I think that's Alarian. I don't know how to say her name. I really don't. I'm gonna go with her. Alaria moves away. Right, with all those wrecks, she should find a few broken planks to make a fire. Behind her, she sees Jenny Veer, I think, and Connor. Who? Me? Maybe you could give Alea a hand, don't you think? Connor looks surprised. That's to say, yes, all right. Dragging his feet, Connor joins Alea. I have no idea. Oh, I'm gonna tease him. I don't know what the lights mean. I'm kind of concerned about that sometimes. Right now. Say, do you think you could go any slower? Connor mumbles something under his breath. What's a city boy like you doing here? Oh, I just thought a bit of fresh air would do me good. And you? What are you doing here? Something tells me it is not to honor your clan like our northern friends. I laughed. No, it is not that honor my clan, as you say. The healer of my village died. I agreed to try to integrate on the condition that the village agrees to take care of my brother and sister. Oh, I see. Big family. I'm the eldest. 3 boys and 4 girls. God damn! That's a big family. They would drive me insane if I had that many brothers and sisters. That's a lot of mouths to feed. I'm gonna call it A, because I honestly don't want to keep butchering her name at the moment. A picks up a piece of wood and hands it to Connor. She turns and looks at him in the eye. Seriously? What are you doing here? I thought the city people didn't believe in the Seers in the Seer and the ancient gods anymore. Connor turns his face away. Oh, as you can imagine, I'm not here for pleasure. The temple sent me. Really? Why? I don't think they quite know what to do with me. And of course, my vast intellect does put the other novice in the shade. Sorry. Connor gives a weary grin, then jerks his head towards a big rock. Let's go that way. Do you see that storm? That was weird, wasn't it? Ace stops and thinks for a moment. Okay, yeah, it was weird. It was just a storm. I'm gonna go with weird. Hey, it's true. It is not normal. The clouds rolling in like that all at once. I suppose the Seers aren't good. Going to make life easy for us, sorry. What do you think? I don't really know. I'm not even sure I believe in the Seers. A is shocked. You know, at the temple they teach us that everything is ruled by the Sun God, who is only true God. Believing in the Seer is considered a haven. As, Harris, I don't know. It's, you know, like a bad thought, right? They punish us for it. Abe burst out laughing. Okay? You're strange, you lot. Right? The city folks. Connor suddenly looks serious. Look. Just behind the rock, a boat is pulled up under the sand. Do you think it fits the sail? Fits the sail? Sorry. A approaches the boat. The hull looks solid, the sail's torn, but our own sail is fine. I think it's seaworthy enough. Yes. It must be a recent expedition craft, being in such a good shape, don't you think? Yes, 2 or 3 years old at most, I say. Do you know if there's been a iteration that completely failed recently? Sorry. Completely fail? You mean no survivors at all? Honestly? A doesn't answer, but her expression speaks volumes. You should show this to the others. Yes, anyway, we got enough wood for the fire. The two returns in silence towards the group. Ah, wood, perfect. A makes a pit of the sand and lights the planks they gathered with a firestone she pulls from her bag. A few minutes later, a cheerful blaze warms the weary travelers. Brandon has come around and he gets up looking gloomy. Connor wants to speak, but he was hastened when he sees Freya and Eric heading towards them. We found the path. There's a stairs that climbs the length of the cliff. The stairs? Hey, how is that possible? I thought the island has always been uninhabited. And even if it doesn't know, I don't know who could build such a thing. Hundreds of steps carved into the rock. Oh, he has a sword. I just noticed that. All I know is that there's a path, and I don't plan to take route there. Wait, I don't think it's wise to just charge ahead like that. Do the legend speaks of the stairs? Of the stairs, I don't think so. I never have read anything mentioned of it. Oh, there's a legend. Interesting. But you're right. Wouldn't it be a bad idea to put what we know together? What do we know about the trials ahead of us? Reno suddenly speaks. She seems to be reciting something she has learned by heart. Alright. We must reach the top of the mountain at the center of this island. Along the path, we will have trials to overcome. The Seers will give the sacred fires to those who reach the summit. The sacred flames bestow the gift of second sight, a definition of a healing to those who are worthy. After we rejoice and we respectively clan of our respective clan as shaman, Bravely lower her eyes. Unfortunately, I know little more. The mentor prepared me as well as she could, but she never taught me what happened on the island during her own interaction. The others are quiet. I have to admit, I can't add much more. Lethan, the shaman of my clan, is the only one who returned from his expedition. He never spoke of it either. Brandon gets up and limps a few steps. Okay, this is Brandon, so we know what he looks like actually, at least. Well, clearly looks like. I don't want to die here. If someone had told me, Brandon broke off with a blank eye. Connor, we should Brandon, or Connor says nothing. I'm gonna do this. Connor gets up and puts a hand on the carpenter's shoulder. There now. It's all in the same. We're all in the same boat. Anyway, we are not going to leave you here alone. All alone. With this rune, I'm going to slow you down a lot. I don't want to put the success of the whole group at risk. The injury isn't very deep, and there's nothing broken. This time tomorrow, you'll be walking normally. In the meanwhile, we'll find you a walking stick, and you'll be able to keep up. Ragnar looks doubtful. Okay. You haven't seen the stairs. It's really steep, and with the rain, the steps are going to be slippery. It would take hours for Brandon to get up that way. Brandon looks hopeless. Connor keeps it to himself, or Connor talks to him about the boat. I want to talk about the boat. Connor clears his throat. Well, we haven't found a boat. A and I were while we were gathering wood. I messed up. Excuse me. A boat? You mean something that's not a wreck? Yes, it's a bit further behind a rock. The hull looks sound, but the sail is torn. Maybe we could use it to go around the island. Seeing as no one has heard about this stairs, there has to be another way in, right? Are you sure this boat can go to sea? Sure. No, I can't say that, but I believe Brandon is a carpenter. Brandon, will you be able to tell us if the boat is seaworthy, won't you? Yes, no problem. We've been carpenters for generations, father to son, in my family. Oh, that's cool. That's something to be proud of, right there. I mean, I'm only the third son, but I'm just capable as my elder brother. I know about boats. I'm used to this kind of work. Perfect. In that case, let's go see this boat. The group sets off. When they arrive at the other craft, Brandon sets to work, checking its condition. He stoops under the hull, then pulls a rope to check if it's sound. The others patiently wait while the carpenter checks everything. Eric? Well, there's a bit of damage to repair if we want to go into open sea, but it should be up up if we stay close to the coast. Brandon hesitated. What is it? What are you not telling us? Well, I know it's impossible, but I think this is our boat. Wait, what? Carl takes a few steps back to look at the crabs, and in fact, the resemblance is strikingly. But our boat is over there. How could this be our boat? Brandon's really humbles over to the pile and points to a rope. There you go. I don't know, but look. You see the patterns there? The paintings there? They're splattered along the length, just like ours. And there, and the forecast deck, there are two matching boards with a heart-shaped sapwood. You can check, but I'm sure it's exactly the same as our craft. Duncan looks at the boat, fascinated. A is dismayed. Eric looks serious. Brandon continues. That said, the good news is that our sail is the perfect size, seeing as the boat are identical. It's not worth the risk. If the boat is really identical to, it might be a trick the Seers are playing on us. I think it would be wiser to take the stairs. I don't think we should consider that to our decision. Who is to say the Seer hasn't given us as a copy of the boat to help us? If we believe in the legends, these types of strange phenomena is going to happen more and more often as we get closer to the summit. But the stairs still seem safer to me if it's a sure way to get inland. Nothing guarantees we'll find a better way by sea. Besides, we should get going straight away. The longer we wait, the less distance we cover before nightfall. I think we all agree that we don't want to linger over this island. Easy, Duncan. Maybe we can ask everyone before taking a decision. Don't you think? Driving is right. Everyone should be able to say what they think. Fenrir and Eric exchange glance. Eric shaking his head. I think it would be better to look for another way in by sea. The stairs look seriously dangerous. There got to be a safer route. Plus, Brandon can't come with us if we take the stairs. With that rune, he'll slow us down a lot. If you allow me to give my opinion, then they turn to look at Brandon. It doesn't bother me to stay here. You give up the trial? Listen, I think it's clear to everyone that I'm not really made to be a shaman. I promised my family to do my best to honor my clan, but still, I don't intend to die on this island. Leave me here and my share of my supplies. I'll be just fine. What about you, Connor? What do you think? Connor is taken unaware and not used to people asking for his opinion. Yes. What? Sorry? Eddie and Freya wants to take the boat. Eric and Duncan wants to take the stairs. Brandon is fine with us taking the stairs and leaving him behind with some surprise. As for me, I think it would be wiser to try to find another way. It's up to you to decide, Connor. Connor hesitated. If he doesn't interfere, Eric will probably drive the group into taking the stairs, and it means abandoning Brandon. Connor? Ooh. Okay, we got a choice now. Take the stairs and leave Brandon. Don't get involved. Take the boat. I'm gonna take the boat. I'd rather not leave Brandon by himself Okay? Because if the boat is like identical to the one we have, but years older, something may happen to him. Like there could be like this island could have like some weird time effect where like, you know, if you're not looking or like stay in the group or something like that, a day could be like years later or something like that. I don't know. I'm going with that logic. So let's take the boat. I'm more inclined to take the boat. It would be a shame to abandon one of our own before we even got inland. Hey, would you be able to get the sail from the other boat? Yes, no problem. Alright. A loses no time and jots to where their wreck boat is. I don't know. She glad to feed. Man, I'm messing up right now. Sorry. She's glad to feel useful. To tell the truth, all the stories of Seer and the Sacred Flame disturbs her. She hoists herself onto the deck, takes off her shoes while she judges at a glance the height of the mass. Then she swans up to the coast tree. She recalls with affection the climbing race she has as a child. With her brothers and sisters, even the evening after supper, when she's fishing boat returns to port and night, had not yet fallen. Sublinked in the rigged, she unties the sail. The craft isn't very capable, which helps the job. Grieving her, Brandon is recovering the bag while the tool sipping on the forecast. Hey, Brandon! The young man looks up. Hey, can you catch the sail? Yeah. Oh, yes. Go on. Brandon grabs the corner so that the cavern isn't carried by the breeze. A untied the last knot, then slides down to the deck. Shall we fold it? The two fold the cavity, and return to the group with the sail and the tools. As soon as they arrive at the other boat, Brandon sets to work repairing the weak points of the hull. Brandon's wound seems painful, but despite that, he seems much more in his element, which makes A feels better. She's not the only one that feels completely outmatched by these great warriors from the northern clans, who seems born to come to this island. The difference in that, unlike Brandon, she doesn't have the luxury of giving up at the first obstacle. The well-being of her family depends on her success and her interactions. They realize that she will need help to attach the sail. Okay. I kind of want like, oh, who should I ask? Like these choices do matter. Like it doesn't affect. I think it doesn't really like concern about what's gonna happen to them, but like the choices do matter. And A and Connor, I think, only have a pretty good relationship right now. So why don't we try A and Freya, since they're both females? You know, gotta get a little good time. You know. Freya is sitting on the rock, taking advantage of the peace to check the fetching of her arrows. Hey, Freya. Freya looks up, and the contrast between the limpet beauty and the impassive, almost glance stare at the young woman strikes A. What is it? Would you... And her cheeks Redden. Oh. Oh, I think I made a good choice. She hates that she's like this. Always worry about wearing her emotion on her sleeves. A open book. Could you help me set up the sail? Freya jumps to her feet. Yes, of course. What can I do to be useful? Tell me. Would you be able to climb up to the top of the mast? Freya glanced up at the mast and nodded with assumption. In that case, can you help me attach the sail at regular intervals along the rail? Watch, I'll show you how you can do it. With that finger, A makes a complex knot. You see? Freya nods and reproduces the knot. Like that? Yes, say, you manage pretty well for a beginner. Oh, I'm used to it. We use knot systems to put up our tents when we hunt further afield in the winter. Ah, right. But you should make a smaller knot, otherwise the sail won't hang right in the wind if it will bunch. Freya smiles. Okay, I got it. Alright. I'll go up first to take the torn sail down. You have to bring the head with you. Is it okay? Yes, no problem. A gets to work. In no time at all, the torn sail is on the ground. Freya joins her at the top of the mast, and one starboard. They hang the sail along the yard arms. She stands back and expects her work. Brennan joins her. Is the sail okay? Yes, well, you were right. Our sail is a perfect size. And you, were you able to repair the hull? It's all, I've done the bare minimum so that we won't sink like a brick. But it will need a few days' work if we want to get back to the mainland with this boat. Eric approaches. Oh, good. Can I get in the water? A and Brandon agreed. You know, actually, think about it too. Actually, I think it was wise to stay with the boat because depending on the scenario goes, like near the end of the journey, we actually have a boat still. That's why. Hey, but they went back to sea. This time, the water all calm. The water is calm. A soft breeze off the sea fills the sail. The spirit protector of the sea. I have decided this time to let them pass. They have round a cove towards the north. I waited on the Bay of Whales. A gentle accumulated current carries the boat to me. They moor and prepare to go onto the Hearthland? I don't know. Are those bones? I think those are bones. Freya has barely jumped onto the beach when Duncan reaches to the end of the creek. Okay? There's a path. The others ran to join him, but Freya is fascinated by the gigantic bone skewers across the sand of the bay. I was right, they were bones. They're probably whale bones, I would assume. Some are scratched on the ground, others are pointed towards the skies like teeth. She finds it hard to believe that an animal of that size could exist. When she saw a small, when she was small, the shaman of her clan has taken her on a pilgrimage in the mountains. in a painted cave which traced the origin of her clan. There had also been the remains of a large animal put that, but that was nothing in comparison. Gudrad had explained to her that it was a skeleton of a woolly elephant? I think that's elephant, so woolly mammoth or something like that. Oh wait, are these woolly mammoth bones? Interesting. A gigantic beast that the ancestors hunted and reveal at the dawn of time. But its hard vanished when it ice. Wait, it had vanished. But it had vanished when the ice had retreated from the world, and the clan have chosen a new totem. Freya feels a presence behind her. Sorry. Looks like whale skeletons. She turns into it. Whales? Some kind of monster? A laughed. Oh, they're not monsters. They're a type of sea animal. They're not aggressive. Freya has trouble picturing an animal. A kind of fish, perhaps? We'll see them in open sea sometimes, in fall and spring. A looks serious, but I'm surprised to see so many stranded in the same place. They really come close to the coast, usually. Right? They don't. You know, in my village, it's a sacred animal. It's forbidden to fish for them. Interesting. In any case, to fish that, you need a really, really big hook, right? The two girls laugh. A pointed at a big, elongated bone lying a little further away on the sand. That's tough. That comes from a real sea monster. Oh yes, it is not a whale bone. That's... No, I think it's a cuttlefish bone, but I've never seen one as big as that. The one we call the ones we call little. This one must be really massive. A shows the size with her finger. What's a cuttlefish? A bit like a squid or an octopus. These strange words don't convey much to Freya. How can I explain? It's a sort of fish with 8 tentacles, like arms, if you like, and it walks on the land. Do you see? A tries to intimidate the animal with limited success. Freya keens that the sea is surely full of mysteries, but it's delicious to eat. If we pass the interrogation, you have to come see me in my village. We'll prepare some. I mean, if you want. Freya agrees. I want these two to get along with each other. Freya is about to accept the invitation when Duncan interrupts. Duncan, you ass! Hey, are you coming? On our way. Come on, let's go. Otherwise, we get told off by the boss. Duncan seems to have things in hand. Duncan's not. Yeah, Duncan's not the boss. No one actually agreed who is in charge of this expedition. So yeah, the boss. You mean Duncan? Oh, don't look like that. I was joking. The hunter and the fisher rejoins the group, who are about to take a path which winds come along the cliff. Freya noticed that the slope is gentler on the side and the cliff is much lower. Nothing like the stairs she why am I saying that wrong? She and Eric has discovered earlier that day. Dodoria has rebandaged the cut on Brandon's shin. The wound wasn't bleeding anymore and looks like it's starting to heal. It's going to be okay, Brandon. Can you get up? Brandon tries to stay cool, but it's clear he is suffering from Julia's prodding. Ouch. Yes, it should be okay. With a walking stick, I shouldn't lag behind too much. The cut is already closing. Yes, I think you can walk. Stay close. Wait, I'll stay with you to help you. God. Duncan waves to the others to follow and set off on the path. Eric, then the others follow him. Oh boy! Duncan and Connor disappear around and behind the path. There's a stifled cry. The rest of the group hasten their pace. Connor points up to the figure above the cliff. Freya looks up. There is a child at the end of the heathland. His small body covers by the patterned tunic, and motionless. The face hidden underneath a elaborately decorated wooden mask concern the intention of its strange being. But most disturbing are the antlers that seems to grow from the creature's skull. The young group doesn't know how to react. The air feels strong. It feels a storm change as if a bolt of divine lightning could strike them at any moment. So, Connor looks terrified. The others seems transfixed by the unexpected present. After a long moment, the child slowly turns and vanishes towards the inland. When they reach the top of the cliff, a desolate plain stretches before them, cover the high grass of heathland. Further away in the mist, the summit can be seen. Suddenly, the wind rises, lifting their cloaks and hair. The sun disappears beneath a shroud of violet colors. The antler child is gone. Oh, chapter 2. Okay, so we're in chapter 2 right now. Okay, I'm gonna be ending it here. I think I will be doing this chapter by chapter, of course. And yeah, and the length of the video, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Actually, I'm probably gonna like maybe either do it in like part 2 of chapter 1, part 2, chapter 2, part 2, or something. I have no idea. Okay, you guys would know once it comes out, of course. But I do hope you guys enjoy this. I'm actually really intrigued by this story right now. I hope you guys are too. And I do apologize for my butchering reading actually and stuff. I'm just like a little out of it today, as you guys can tell. But I do still hope you guys enjoy this nonetheless, because I'm actually quite enjoying the story. When it comes to like fantasy stuff like this, okay, like medieval fantasy or supernatural things or whatever like that, I'm just so captivated by it. That's why I was like really intrigued by it. I'm actually really happy doing going through this, and I hope you guys are going to be enjoying this. I really do. Okay, but yeah, I'm enough blabbling now. Alright, I do hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys do enjoy this, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure you pound like when you guys enjoy it, and if you guys new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon too, so you know for new videos. And until next time, this is DomBeast, howling out.